Hello YouTube, just getting ready to put this racking and stuff up on the roof, but before I do that I try and get as much done on the ground before I get up onto the roof. So I'm just getting these isolators ready. From a previous video you've seen me set up these solar panel distribution slash isolators slash circuit breakers, whatever you want to call them. I've got 3 strings. So this one will have the 2 strings in it, and this other box that I'm setting up at the moment will have 1. There's the breaker for it. And then there'll be a linking cable between this box and that box, which is pretty much going to be about, you know, maybe half a metre apart. So the solar panel power will come in through there. I haven't put the MC4 connectors on yet, but the solar panels will connect to that, come up through here, through the breaker, back out through this piece of cable, up into here, and then link up to the bottom of the breakers. And then from there there'll be another cable going back to the solar charge controller in this case. And it's a bit dark in there, so I won't take you in there, but in the distance you can see there the off-grid system. So that's where that cable, which is already hooked up in the roof up here with the other panels, which you can't really see, but that's okay, I'll get up there in a minute. So pretty much all I'm doing is removing the 2 panels that are up there, putting them to the other side of the roof, using the existing cable from that isolator up there to the new isolator, so then all 3 strings will go through that same cable. It's 6mm cable. You'll need that because it's about 30 amps full load with 9 panels roughly. It's a bit less than that, but anyway. So because it's about 7 metres or 8 metres a cable run, so it's a bit of overkill, but that's what I'm here for. Alright, I'll just finish setting this box up and start chucking all this gear up onto the roof. I've got my drill and grinder and tool bag and conduit and Deck-Tite. Some silicone stuff around here. Yeah, like I said, try and get as much done on the ground as you can, otherwise you're up and down all day. Just waste time. Alright, I'll be back to you in a minute. Hey YouTube, back again. So these top mounting brackets have been put in, and if you can see, plenty of Silastic around where I had to slit that top cap on all of them. So they're all mounted in. I've got my rails laid out on the insides, as I said on the last 2 previous videos, which was part 1 and part 2. It's a 2-part thing because it was so long. So watch 2 parts, it might make a bit more sense. I've already mounted one of the rails and laid out where my isolators are going to be running. More just so I can lay stuff out and have plenty of room because I've got tools and crap everywhere. So these rails, this system from Allzone is extremely simple to put together. There's a few things you need to keep in mind. Excuse the crappy videography. Handheld at the moment. So you get stainless nuts, bolts and washers. When it's together, you can see on that one over there, that top opening. So the opening to the top, where is it? Just there. And then there's a side one. That side one's for mounting onto the bracket. And all you need to do is grab a couple of bolts and slide them into the rail. That easy. So I slide 2 sets in. One for this bracket, 1 set, 1 pair for that bracket, and that pair for the bottom bracket. This stuff is fairly flexible, so it doesn't matter when you bolt these up, you can bend it around enough to get the bolts in and out, not a drama. And it's just a matter of clipping it in like that. It's pretty simple. Washers go on first. Let's get out of there. Washers go on first and then your nuts. And if you have a look down there, I don't really think you can see it very well from this angle. No, I can't. Sorry about the crappy camera work. Let's move down a bit. Flush with the top and flush with the end. If you can see that. Only because it's so close to the gutter, and the panels will probably sit back here somewhere. Maybe even a bit further. So the runoff from the panels will hit the roof, then go into the gutter. That's just the way the purlins and everything are in the roof that we have to work with. It's just the best you're going to get. Alright, I'll just put my camera down, I'll put these washers and nuts on and then move on. Okay, so back again. Washers and nuts are done. Tightened up fairly tight. Keep in mind, stainless steel, if you over tighten it, it'll bind up and seize and you won't get them undone unless you chop them off. If you do want to sort of take them off in the future or rearrange things, put a bit of grease, copper pasted lubricant, or Never-Seez we call it in Australia. Grease, anything to sort of, help keep it lubricated. But yeah, try not to over tighten it, but you need to have it tight enough, if you know what I mean. So they're done. Sorry about the shitty camera work again. Yeah, so those ones are done. Those ones down there are done. I'll just do those top two and I'll get back to you in a minute. So if you really just want to watch in real time how long it takes to put in these nuts and bolts and bits and pieces, I'll just leave this running. It's going to be a bit boring. If you don't like it, fast forward it. Yeah, enjoy. I'll be back in a few minutes and go from there. missing out on all the action. And the last one. that's it. All 6 rails mounted, ready to go. So all I need to do now is get the clamps ready down the bottom, get them put in first, and then I can bring up those other 3 panels, start wiring them up, and then I need to decide whether to bring these ones over today or just leave them for now and get these ones started and go from there, but we'll see what happens. Alright YouTube, take it easy, that's it for now. I'll start another video for the next sort of series, the panel install and wiring. Hope you've enjoyed that. Sorry it's been a bit boring, it's been a bit long. It's 25 minutes according to this. Like I said, just wanted to show you that in 25 minutes I've got all those rails up, ready to go. So it doesn't really take long. So far I reckon I've spent an hour, a good hour, mounting these feet, mounting the rails, and we're ready to put the panels on. So it doesn't really take long. There's probably about another hour behind the scenes of making sure I've got enough screws, getting the tools ready, have a bit of a practice so you don't make a fool of yourself on YouTube, which is probably too late anyway, but whatever. You get the drift. Yeah, so hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, catch us later.